Good morning, everyone. The Switch Lite news does not stop coming in. So let's get into this. Alright, so Switch Lite. If you guys living under a rock, or if you haven't been following up with the videos that I've been putting out regarding the Switch Lite, well, the Switch Lite has had some cases of joycon drift. People have reported issues of joycon drift, and in fact, if you watched my previous video, which I'll link at the end of this one, the Switch Lite has been added to the class action lawsuit regarding the joycon drift issues. So now we have news reports coming in that Nintendo is already working on a new Switch Lite model amid joycon drift concerns. This article is coming to us by Digital Trends. I checked all over the internet. There's a ton of articles releasing this morning, late last night, regarding the Switch Lite models. So this is really cool. So let's go ahead and check out this article. Nintendo only released the Switch Lite less than 2 weeks ago, but the company is already working on a new model of the handheld console. According to new documents the company filed with the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, on Monday, Nintendo has a new version of the Switch Lite on the way. The Switch Lite has only been out for like a little over a week. A new model is on the way. Wow. The new model has been given the FCC identification number, that number. The earlier model was submitted with a different ID number. The FCC filing comes just days after Switch Lite owners joined a class action lawsuit against Nintendo over the ongoing Joy-Con drift problem. Players say that the joysticks on the Switch Lite register movement even when they're not being touched, an issue that many experienced with the original Nintendo Switch. One player said that their Joy-Cons began to drift just after 20 hours of playing time. Now, I made a joke in the last video regarding that. I said, well, after 20 hours of playtime, how hard were you using the joysticks on it? But I guess somebody got a little salty on that comment. It was a joke of a comment. Let's be real. The joysticks are meant to withstand punishment. I mean, let's look at Smash Brothers. You're gonna be freaking moving these like crazy. Look at Mario Party. You're gonna be spinning them. You're gonna be like putting them through stress tests like it's nobody's business. So obviously they're supposed to hold up to punishment. Obviously. So after 20 hours of playtime and people are reporting drift problems, that is not a good thing, especially considering that they don't hold up to the issues. So the console was released on September 20th. These filings come 10 days later. An unusually fast turnaround time for a new model. A teardown of the existing Switch Lite by YouTube Respawnwave, which we've mentioned in the past, found that the Switch Lite's analog sticks are remarkably similar to the ones used in traditional Joy-Cons, which mean the drifting issue is likely still a problem. I would actually replace remarkably similar to identical to the existing Switch Joy-Cons that's on the regular Switch. Okay. An image which you can see here of the internal components of the Nintendo Switch Lite from an FCC filing. Okay, so moving on. It's not entirely clear what's new or different with the updated model of the Switch Lite. We've combed through the documents submitted to the FCC, but most are the same as the previous version. That said, FCC documents don't give us a whole story on a new model, especially if it's not an internal change. If the company made a change to the external material or reinforces the Joy-Con on the Switch Lite, it likely wouldn't appear in the FCC filings, which largely deals with the wireless aspects and radiation output of the console. True. I mean, the FCC cares about communications and stuff like that, so they're not really going to care about the Joy-Cons. But it is fun to take a look and see if there's any difference, because right here you can see the Joy-Con input up here on the previous model, and it looks the same on the new one. I'm assuming this is the new one down here. Not entirely sure. But it looks identical to the previous one, with the exception of I believe this is where the processor is, because why else would there be thermal paste there? So the processor looks like it went from a a copper block to whatever this is, and that's a bit interesting to note. On top of that, you have, I believe that's the memory. So the memory shielding, it could be that the shielding is just off. That could be what it is, and it most likely is. But you never know. All right, so continuing on the article, we've reached out to Nintendo of America to see if it could shed some light on the new filing, but the company declined to comment, and in a statement said it had nothing to announce on this topic, meaning that they're probably going to announce it soon. Nintendo approach to Joy-Con drift has shifted over the past few months. After initially charging people to repair the problem, the company has begun to fix them for free and provide refunds to customers who have already paid for repairs. There's a difference with the Switch Lite, however, since the console is all one piece. Sending your Switch Lite to Nintendo means depriving yourself of your brand new console instead of just one controller. If Joy-Con drift is a widespread problem on the Switch Lite, it makes sense for Nintendo to address it early. Hopefully that's being done with this new model. So, with that being said, we don't have clear vision as to whether the Joy-Con drift issue is being addressed. Most likely, though, they're doing something with the Joy-Con drift model. There's a few things that are different here, but not enough to point out like, oh my god, this is different. No, there's not that much different, with the exception of maybe the shieldings being removed, but that could just be the case because they took out the shielding to just show the components. But I'm curious to see how it's going to continue on moving forward. I mean, I'm going to keep covering this as we get more and more news, but this is definitely something that needs to be addressed. I've said it many times. Nintendo needs to fix this problem. And if they do go ahead and release a new Switch Lite model to fix the Joy-Con drift issues, then I'm wondering how Nintendo is going to handle this in moving forward regarding people wanting to exchange their Switch Lites. Are they going to allow people to do that? Because I mean, the Switch Lites or any new console typically has a warranty period. You have like a year warranty period, manufacturer warranty period. So are they going to go ahead and allow people to replace the Switch Lite models with that said new model? Is that something that they're going to allow because it's within the 1 year manufacturer warranty period? I'm very curious how Nintendo's going to do it. Are they going to do a massive recall to then just replace them, all those models that people send in for the recall, with the new model, preferably with the same colors that they turned in, and you know, that way it keeps people happy. But this is, regardless of how it's going to be handled, it's safe to say that this is going to be a major hit for Nintendo as far as cost goes, and I'm just curious to see how they're going to bounce back. If you guys own a Nintendo Switch Lite and if you're experiencing these issues, I want to know about it. Let me know in the comment section down below. I know a lot of people didn't get it who watch my channel. They actually listen to my warnings, but I'm not the end all be all. Like, I can just give my opinions on things. I can just read the news for you guys and let you be aware of everything that's going on, to kind of save you the hassle of things like this. But I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. And if any more news pops up, I will definitely go ahead and make another video for you guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. Good game, guys.